When you think of Beyblades, you think of these silly plastic spinny thingies that go. But that's where you're wrong. In reality, they're these tap spinny thingies that sometimes do cool tricks. So today we're going to count down what I believe to be the top 5 coolest Beyblade powers and gimmicks. Number 5. In the number 5 slot, we have Heaven Pegasus regain lock power. Now, Heaven Pegasus is honestly a very underwhelming Beyblade. At least compared to the Pegasus we got in Metal Fight, it's just really not all that. I mean, it looks cool. I really like the color scheme, but this Beyblade, it just sucks. However, its power is flipping awesome. In theory, this Beyblade is unburstable. Its gimmick allows the Beyblade to regain clicks if it's hit in a certain spot on its golden wings. When the golden wings are hit, they'll move the prongs on the disc back and thus re-locking the Beyblade. Now it's only a number 5 because although in theory it's a really cool power, in reality it just doesn't really work. At least not most of the time. The teeth on Heaven Pegasus are just so bad that the Beyblade ends up bursting before it even gets a chance to use its amazing power. So yeah, the gimmick is really cool, but it's just on such a bad Beyblade that in my opinion, it's wasted potential. Number 4. In the number 4 slot, we have a Beyblade that's much better than Heaven Pegasus. A Beyblade that is still somewhat viable even today after its release over 2 years ago. We are of course talking about Revive Phoenix and its armor power. This gimmick is like so cool and unique. It's one of my favorite Beyblade gimmicks. So basically, Revive Phoenix has a circular ring known as its armor that will shoot off acting as a projectile in the middle of battle. Not only that, the armor has a significant amount of metal on it, especially the armor that released on Dead Phoenix. So it provides the Beyblade with extreme weight and defensive prowess. In the anime, Fi uses the armor power to its full potential, shooting it at its opponents and even managing to break a majority of them. The opponent's Beyblade, that is not the actual one. No, that's horrible. You don't understand how many Beyblades, not bladers, have fallen to Revive Phoenix's armor. Beyblades such as Geist Fafnir, Chosey Burststoppers, and even the main protagonist Beyblade, Z Achilles, could not handle Revive Phoenix's power. This ability is not only strong in real life, but also in the anime. However, we have 3 more powers that I believe to be even cooler than this amazing projectile armor phoenix bird caca thingy. Number 3. In the number 3 spot, we have the power that was actually able to defeat Revive Phoenix's armor in the anime. That power being the Chosey Burststoppers. And as the name suggests, this power stops the Beyblade from bursting, and unlike Heaven Pegasus's, I still can't say that, Heaven Pegasus relock gimmick, it actually works in real life, and it actually works really well. This is seen on all Beyblades with the Chosey prefix, Chosey Achilles, Chosey Valkyrie, and of course Chosey Spriggan. All these Beyblades have some sort of spring-loaded piece of plastic on them, which will protrude out if the Beyblade is launched hard enough. The wings stop the prongs on the disc from moving, giving the Beyblade an invincibility to burst. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. It's just an extremely simple, but also extremely competitive gimmick, and it looks really cool in the anime and really cool in the show. Number 2. In the number 2 spot, we have an ability that actually one-ups the last ability we talked about. I know, the last ability one-upped the Revive Phoenix armor ability, and now this one one-ups that one. That's how good this ability is. We are, of course, talking about the Infinite Lock power. Now, unlike Burststoppers, there's no condition to make the Beyblade practically unburstable. The Beyblade has infinite locks and thus can never burst. However, there is one weakness to these infinite lock Beyblades, of course. There has to be a weakness or this Beyblade would be extremely overpowered. But you know what? That weakness isn't even that bad. Although they are virtually unburstable, you can burst these Beyblades if you hit them in this one tiny particular spot in the layer, and you have to hit that one spot with extreme force, and while the disc on the Beyblade is perfectly lined up. So yeah, I mean, it's possible, but does it happen often? The answer is, of course not, absolutely not, it barely happens. I swear, my Prime Apocalypse Beyblade has burst like 5 times out of the 100 battles I've used it in. Although these Beyblades have a small weakness, the conditions to exploit this weakness is just so precise that it rarely happens. So yeah, out of all the Beyblade gimmicks that grant the Beyblade with unburstability, is that even a word? It's a word now. Unburstability is a word now. This one definitely reigns at top. Finally, we are on to the #1 spot. What I believe to be the best power in all of Beyblade. A power that trumps all the rest. One that is not only cool in concept, but also practical. That power being the ability to steal spin. Now first off, that just sounds epic. When you think of Beyblades, you think of spinny thingies, like I said earlier in the video, spinny thingies that go in a bowl. Now, what if you don't even need to spin your Beyblade? It just takes the spin from your opponent. That's so freaking cool. The fact that you don't even need to launch a Beyblade to win is just crazy. It's the biggest flex ever, just to take a Beyblade, spin it on the ground with your hand, and destroy your opponent. Your Beyblade uses its opponent's power against it. The more powerful your opponent, the more powerful you are. And in the anime, it's flippin' sick as well. 2 of the coolest characters, Free and Chew, use it quite a lot and basically destroy everyone with it. Well, I mean, everyone besides Fi, but we don't talk about him. I mean, he kind of went off on Fafnir and Spriggan. Whatever, that's besides the point. The power is extremely cool in the show and is just as cool, if not cooler, in real life. And unlike most abilities in the show that don't really work in real life, I'm looking at you, Killer Death Scyther. This ability works just as well in real life as it does in the anime. It works so well that most top tier Beyblade combos utilize it. If you're competing in a Beyblade tournament and you don't have a Beyblade with the ability to steal spin in your deck, like, what are you doing? Get out of here. So yeah, that was my top 5 coolest powers in all of Beyblade. If you guys want to see the top 5 lamest powers, leave a like and I might do that in the future. Or if you guys want to see some other top 5 lists, I might do more top 5 lists if that's what you want. Or maybe you guys want more battles, just tell me in the comment section below. Do you like top 5s? Do you like discussions? Or do you like combo battles? Just tell me and I'll do whatever you guys want, because what can I say? I'm a man of the people. Anyway, so yeah, see you guys later. Have a nice day. LeftBurst out.